Now today's topic of discussion is muscles of mastication, right? See this handwriting problem, so I will prefer iPad from tomorrow. Okay. Muscles of mastication. So you should know that there are four important muscles of mastication. Mastication म्हणजे चावणे, to chew. I am not telling you the exact meaning of the word, but mastication is those muscles used for the process of mastication, and mastication is a complete chewing process. So if you see the four are easy: masseter, second is temporalis, and third is medial pterygoid, and fourth is the lateral pterygoid. So these are the pterygoid group of muscles too. So these are each of them out of the four, they are all paired. म्हणजे जे लेफ्ट साइडला ते राइट साइडला पण आहे. They are paired. Now we will see in detail one by one each muscle. Okay. So you need to know, you need to fix this. If the examiner asks you what are the muscles of mastication, you should know masseter, temporalis, medial pterygoid, and lateral pterygoid. In the exam, they will ask you an MCQ. Following are the muscles of mastication except. So the question of except is very much popular here. Following are the muscles of mastication except. Now they will not confuse you in masseter or temporalis, because it is, I mean, you will remember them. They will confuse you with pterygoids. They will write medial pterygoid, lateral pterygoid, they will write some other name of pterygoid, which actually does not exist. So that is, you should know about it. Getting my point? Now, so I hope you have understood that these are the four important muscles of mastication. Four muscles of mastication. Now we will look to each muscle one by one. Okay. So the first muscle is the masseter. I have already put it here. It's the masseter, right? So, okay, this is one of the main muscles. Out of the four muscles, it is the biggest muscle. First thing you should know, that out of the four muscles, is the masseter is the biggest muscle. I have already highlighted it. Oh, it's gone. Wait. So masseter is the biggest muscle. Now, second thing is that it's a quadrilateral shape muscle. Can you make it see? This is a quadrilateral like shape. Okay. Quadrilateral is which is having four sides. Now don't see this is one, this is one. Don't say this way. It's quadrilateral shape roughly. Okay. So I've already written here. Okay. Quadrilateral shape. Okay. And it is covering the lateral surface of the ramus. Now what is the ramus? So from tomorrow we will make a point that I will put up the list of the bones which you need to know, the parts which you need to know. Actually, if you recall, I had put a video of mandible which was explained by one of my batchmates on your group of webinars, and in that he had explained ramus. So if you can recall that, this part, this part is called as the ramus of the mandible. I have written here ramus of the mandible. So this is what you are viewing the person from outside. See, actually I'll give you the orientation first. This person is seeing this way. He is facing this way. Now you are viewing the person from the side. Okay, you are viewing the left side. So this is posterior of the person. This is anterior of the person. Not this person which I have drawn, the diagram. See, this is the eye. Can you see the orbit? So this is superior and this is inferior. I will erase this diagram. I think you got the orientation. What I will do, I'll put it in blue, so that you'll not get confused. See, this person is seeing in this way, and you are seeing the person from the side, that is the lateral side. Which side? Left side, because he is seeing this way. Okay, now you got to know that this is the quadrilateral shape muscle. It's the biggest muscle out of the four muscles of the mastication, and the ramus, I mean the muscle covers the lateral surface of the ramus. So we are viewing from outside. So बाहेर से म्हणजे lateral side झाली, बरोबर? And this becomes the ramus. Inside it will become the medial side. This is from outside, so this is the lateral part, and this part is called as the ramus of the mandible, as I have already told you. Okay, I'll erase this. Now come to the point. See, as I've written that there are three layers of origin. Three layers of origin you need to know. See, one is superficial fibers. Second, just one second. Yeah. So three layers of origin. So one is superficial fibers. Okay. The second is deep fibers, and the third, it is the, okay, it's not written over here, but it is actually those fibers which are called as the middle fibers. Okay. Middle fibers. Just give me 1 second. I'll put it in red because it's not visible. So middle fibers. These are the three fibers. 1, 2, and 3 layers of fibers. Okay. Now superficial, they get origin from. Now you know that last time we had discussed what? That this is the zygomatic arch. It is made by two bones. Do you recall those two bones when we had discussed about the skull bones? Do you recall? Can anyone answer me? Which are the two bones from which we make the zygomatic arch, or the zygomatic arch is formed? Can anyone tell me? It's the zygomatic process of the zygomatic bone itself. Okay, and zygomatic process of which other bone? Is it temporal? Is it temporal? Do you recall? Can anyone answer me? So you should be thorough with all these. I mean, which part, which bone is there? Okay, so it is the zygomatic bone, which is a facial bone, and the temporal bone, which is a cranial bone. Okay, so just cross check me if I am incorrect. Please correct me always. And this way, you see, this is the zygomatic arch. Okay, this is the zygomatic arch. Now this zygomatic arch is divided into two halves. See, this is the anterior 2/3. Actually, it's not here. Wait. See, this from here is the arch, right? This is the arch. So anterior 2/3 and posterior 1/3. I have written already anterior 2/3. Now this anterior 2/3, this is all there in your textbook. Okay, anterior 2/3 is giving rise to the superficial fibers. Okay, this anterior 2/3. Okay, origin is from arch of zygomatic arch, and insertion is this way. Now I will tell the insertion of all the three muscles together, or I will tell you one by one. So they get originated from this anterior 2/3 and they get inserted on the lower lateral ramus of mandible. Means what? See, this is the this is the ramus, as I already told you, of the mandible. This is the angle of the mandible I have written. So this is the ramus. This is the ramus. Now in this ramus, the lower part and the lateral part, here it is getting inserted along with the angle of mandible. Okay. Now the second is, so I will erase this. Okay, I will erase all this. Now the second fibers are of the deep fibers. Okay, deep layer of origin of the mastication of the masseter muscle. So it comes from the posterior 1/3. No, I'm sorry. Someone is talking. If you could please, because it's disturbing all others, I'll mute them. Okay. So I'm sorry. This posterior 1/3 does not give rise to the deep fibers. Deep fibers arise from the deeper aspect. See, these are the superficial fibers. हे जर का ही आर्च असेल आणि हे जर का त्याचं सुपरफिशियल पार्ट असेल तर याच्या डीप पार्ट. इमॅजिन दॅट यू हॅव अ थिक कॉर्ड लाईक स्ट्रक्चर किंवा झाडीची फांदी आहे झाडाची. द साइड which is facing to you, okay, that becomes the superficial part, and the one which is deeper to it, below it, on the other side of it, it becomes the deeper aspect from this view, right? If this is thick like this three-dimensionally, then this is the superficial part and this is the deeper aspect. Are you understanding? So from the deeper 2/3 of the zygomatic bone, this zygomatic bone, now you need to understand. See, this whatever I have shown, whatever is shown here, this is the complete masseter muscle. In this anterior 2/3 fibers are coming from, that is the superficial fiber layer, and these from now this is the zygomatic bone. I told you when I was telling you about skull कि तुमच्या डोळ्याच्या खाली just below your eyes, if you feel some bony prominence on the lateral aspect, it is nothing but the zygomatic bone. So this zygomatic bone on the deeper aspect is giving rise to these deep fibers, and they are getting inserted on the ramus of the mandible itself. And the middle fibers, which are getting origin from the, as I was telling here, the third layer is the middle layer. So middle layer is getting origin from the posterior 1/3, and they are getting inserted on the central ramus part of mandible. So in general, you can remember that the complete insertion is on the ramus of the mandible, and origins you can remember from three: superficial anterior 2/3, and then zygomatic bone for the deep fibers, and posterior 1/3 for the middle fibers. So this is the origin and insertion. Now we need to know what is the nerve supply. So it is actually the masseteric nerve. Okay, and masseteric vessels पण असतात. But masseteric nerve, which is a branch of anterior division of mandibular nerve. Now I'll draw a flow chart because you'll not understand this. See, masseteric, just one second, I'll use yellow color. So masseteric nerve, okay, masseteric nerve, which is a branch of anterior division of mandibular. Now when we will learn about mandibular nerve, at that time you will understand. So mandibular nerve, and mandibular nerve, as you know, is a branch of cranial nerve number 5th. That is trigeminal, the third branch is the mandibular nerve. So the mandibular nerve is divided into anterior division and posterior division, and from that anterior division is giving rise to this masseteric nerve, which supplies this muscle. So if the nerve is damaged, muscle will get paralyzed, and the action due to this muscle will be hampered. Now we need to know which actions. See, we learn everything for what? We learn it for applied. What is the application of that, whatever we are learning, anatomy. Now what it is doing, see, origin idhar hai, insertion idhar hai. Now as you know that muscle always move from the insertion side. So when this will be pulled like this, what will happen? Your mandible will get elevated. So the first action is elevation. Okay, this is the action of the muscle. Okay, now the second action is, see this, you need to know certain terms. Actually, shall I tell you those terms? I don't know if I am going to. See, elevation, these are the actions of all the muscles. First is elevation. Okay, then elevation का opposite क्या है? Depression. Then depression म्हणजे आपलं psychological depression नव्हे. Depression म्हणजे खाली जाणे. Elevation म्हणजे वर येणे. ठीक आहे. Then protrusion म्हणजे असं mandible बाहेर समोरच्या बाजूला काढणे. आणि त्याच्याच विरुद्ध दिशेचं is retraction. Okay, retraction. So these are the four actions, main important actions. Oh, I'm sorry, just a second. So these are the four main important actions which are done by the muscles of mastication. From this, the two actions, that is elevation, as I already told you. I'm sorry, just one second. So this is the elevation action and the protrusion. Now you will say, how protrusion? Yes, protrusion is done by superficial fibers. Superficial fibers, that is these fibers. Now what will happen? Protrusion म्हणजे काय? त्याला असं पुढे घेणे. So at the insertion, when these will be pulled like this in this direction, so what will happen? This protrusion will happen. Can you imagine this? Can you imagine? जेव्हा हे अशा डायरेक्शन मध्ये, see the fibers are intermixed, the deep superficial and the middle fibers. So what will happen? I will erase all this. Wait. See what will happen when these anterior fibers are getting inserted here. So when this will be pulled in, I mean the fiber, this is the direction of the fibers. So when they will be pulled, because insertion is on this side, at that time protrusion will happen. You can imagine it. I mean there are other muscles also which help protrusion. Okay. So you need to know that. Is it okay? So this is the discussion about masseter. So it is helping. Now what is the applied anatomy? That if you have to palpate the masseteric muscle and the temporalis muscle, it will ask the person to clench his teeth. म्हणजे दात असे एकदम घट्ट करणे. You yourself try. Also दात एका if you see the upper jaw and the lower jaw, you असं आंबट लागल्यानंतर how do we do when it is sour, very much sour? At the time you clench your teeth असं like this, and you can feel your masseteric muscle. Okay, and you can also feel your temporalis. So this is the applied anatomy. If you ask the patient to clench the teeth, and if the patient clenches, and if you can feel the masseter of the person, then it means the masseter is not, the nerve to it is not paralyzed, masseter is all right, it's working. So this is the clinical test if you have to check the masseteric muscle. So this is about masseter. So this is the temporalis muscle. I already put up temporalis muscle. Now if you see temporal bone, yeah, do you recall this way, the temporal bone on the side, and this is your zygomatic arch. Already I have written, right? I'll do highlight. This is the zygomatic arch, this one, yeah. Then this is your mandible, like this it will be. So this is the, yeah, and anteriorly you have the coronoid process, and posteriorly you have the condylar process. A condyle joint form करता ना, condyle, which is a condylar joint. Okay, so that is by condylar process. Coronoid is corona. आता corona म्हणजे तर आता आपल्याला सर्वांना कळलंच actually. Corona is actually it means that corona means crown, right? Corona means crown. So coronoid process is crown-like process here. So it is a coronoid. It is present anteriorly. The diagram orientation तर भेटलं असेल. This is posterior, this is anterior, this is superior, and खाली inferior. हे orbit आहे. On one side this is the nasal cavity. Now I will erase everything. If you see the origin, it is coming from what? It is a temporal bone. So actually what is there? तुम्ही जर का इथे हात लावला, जिथे आपण म्हणतो ना इथे माझा मेंदू आहे, डोकं दुखतंय at this point, there actually there is a small depression. If you can feel it, okay, there is a depression here. That is called as the temporal fossa. That is called as the temporal fossa. So these fibers, this fossa is not actually this much. This is actually complete. Temporal bone is like this a bit. If you understand. So this temporal fossa, excluding the zygomatic bone, as I already told you that this temporal bone is having this zygomatic arch. It is contributing for the formation of zygomatic arch along with the zygomatic bone. Now the complete bone of the temporal, the complete temporal bone, that is this. So temporal fossa excluding the zygomatic bone, it is giving rise to the temporalis muscle. Okay, and temporal fascia also. So can you see this? Above the temporalis bone there is a temporalis fascia. I have that diagram. Okay, I will show it to you. After this discussion, first we will discuss about the complete muscle, and then for a revision I will give you the orientation. I have a coronal section diagram which will give you a better view. Or should I show it to you before? Wait, I will show it to you before. म्हणजे तुम्हाला कसं लक्षात येईल that what is the anatomy of the bone and how the muscle is getting origined. Okay. So are you able to see this diagram now? I will orient you with the diagram. Otherwise you will not understand. So if you see this is the middle cranial fossa. Now what we are doing? हे आपण समोरून पाहतोय. Okay, this is the middle cranial fossa. म्हणजे माणूस तुमच्याकडे असा पाहतोय. ठीक आहे. This is the anterior. You are viewing the anterior of the person. Then what you have done? You have taken a coronal section. See here, it is already written. Coronal section. म्हणजे समोर तुम्ही माणूस पाहतोय आणि त्याच्या करोनल सुचरवरून काय केलं तुम्ही करोनल सेक्शन घेऊन टाकलं. सो व्हॉट डू यू सी? दिस इज द ब्रेन कॅव्हिटी हियर. दिस इज द पार्ट ऑफ द मॅन्डिबल, ramus of the mandible, and these are the wings. Now this is the infratemporal surface of the greater wing of the roof. You need not go into the details. This sphenoid bone, infratemporal crest of the, so it is in the temporal bone च्या बाजूला आहे, त्यामुळे त्या sphenoidचं greater wing is having the name as infratemporal crest. This crest part, if you see crest is elevation like. So if you see, this is the infratemporal fossa. Now this is the temporal bone. Can you see this? Wait, I will clarify everything. If you see, this is the temporal bone. Okay, a cranial cavity है ना, this is the temporal bone. This is the temporal bone. Okay, and this is your zygomatic arch याची समोर असते. So this is contributed, yes, because we are viewing the what kind of section? Coronal section. So this is the zygomatic arch. आता अशी arch आडवी आहे, याला असं कापलं, कारण coronal section आपण असं पाहतो ना. If you see this, so simple. If you cut the arch like this, you will see it like this. Okay, so if you see, this is the temporal bone. Can you see the shape? Can you see the shape? See the shape? It is forming a fossa. This is temporal bone. This is temporal fascia, already written here. Now the space between is this is the temporal fossa. Here also it is labeled, and this is the infratemporal fossa. Hey, for this only this point is not called as temporal fossa. This complete space is called as the temporal fossa, and this is the infratemporal fossa. So the significance you might have learned when you had learned about skull. When you had learned about skull, this you would have come across. So I hope you understand. So from now, where it is getting origin from, except for this zygomatic arch part, okay, except for this zygomatic arch part, this complete fossa is giving rise to this complete fossa of this temporal bone, and this fascia is giving rise to this which muscle? Temporalis muscle. Temporalis muscle. Now the concept is very much clear. The concept is very much clear. Now we will go to the main diagram which we were discussing, so that you can easily get oriented with the rest of the stuff. So if you see this, now see already it is written here, origin, fiber, the three type of fibers again, anterior, middle and posterior. Anterior म्हणजे जे पुढून येणार आहेत, middle जे मधून येणार आहेत, आणि posterior जे मागून येणार आहेत. Simple, easy to understand. There is no rocket science in this. So I am showing the blue fibers, I mean saying that they are the middle ones, and I am showing the yellow color for the posterior ones, and I am showing the red color for the anterior ones. Now if you see, this is a fan shape muscle. Can you see this fan shape muscle? पंख्यासारखा आहे, आणि त्याचे insertion कुठे तुम्ही पाहू शकता. Can you see where is the insertion? It is on this coronoid process. Can you see? पुढचा process is coronoid, मागचा process is condyla. So the two processes, coronoid process, its insertion, and anterior border of the ramus of this mandible, that is this. Now इतकं पण anterior नाहीये, तुम्ही पाहू शकता. I'll put it in yellow color. Okay, this anterior part of the ramus. Okay, you already see it. Yes. Now, so this is a fan shape muscle, as I already told you. This way, right? It's a fan shape muscle. Now if you see that we saw the origin, we saw the insertion. Okay, it's already written here, fan shape muscle, which lies in the temporal fossa. So we saw the origin, we saw the insertion. Now we need to see the nerve supply. So if you see the nerve supply, the two deep temporal branches of the mandibular nerve. So mandibular nerve is very important for this region. Two deep branches from anterior division of mandibular nerve. That is, they are supplied by anterior division of the mandibular nerve. So finally we will make a conclusion when I will discuss all the branches, which muscle supplies, which nerve is supplying which branch. So it's the anterior mandibular branch के दो deep branches. Okay, just 1 second. I'm sorry. 1 second. Yeah. Okay. So the anterior division of the mandibular nerve. Okay. Now what are the actions? What are the actions? What happened? What are the actions? Okay. So if you see, actions means origin idhar hai, insertion idhar hai. So action, when this will retract, it will happen this way. Now what will happen? See, it will first of all, if you see the direction this way, this elevation. So what will happen? They will elevate the mandible. हे जेव्हा असं contract होणार, कारण insertionच्या side नी muscle contract होतो. So it will elevate the mandible first. Okay, elevation. Now the second thing is side to side grinding. Means what? See, these fibers are coming this way. So when they will contract, then this muscle will cause side to side grinding. म्हणजे तुम्ही जे, suppose if this is a person, if this is the mandible, तो थोडं जास्तच मोठं झालंय. Try to understand. So if this is the mandible, okay, if this is the mandible, then if the person has to do side to side movement, then this way of the mandible, हे असं आणि असं जर का फिरवायचं असेल, what happens? It is occurred by, it is caused by the temporalis muscle on both the sides. Okay, this is the second action. Third action, this posterior fibers, can you see? It will retract the protruded mandible. What we saw, the superficial fibers of the mandible, they are protruding. म्हणजे हे mandible, suppose if this is the person and this is the mandible, this mandible will come this way. This is the action of masseter muscle, and this protruded mandible is retracted by the temporalis muscle. See these muscles. So if you see this, we were discussing the actions. So these fibers are in this direction, so they will elevate the mandible. Okay, grinding action is caused. I may not be able to explain it in this diagram, but grinding action happens because of the temporalis muscle. That is this way and this way action. Okay, and the third action. Now these are coming this way. So on contraction, the movement will be this way. When these fibers will contract, the movement will happen at the insertion. So असे कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट होणार ते, आणि असे कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट म्हणजे हे जो एलिव्हेटेड प्रोट्रुडेड मॅन्डिबल असेल त्याला ओढण्याचं काम, म्हणजे त्याला रिट्रॅक्ट करण्याचं काम कोण करणार आहे? तर टेम्पोरालिस मसल करणार आहे. आलं लक्षात? द ओनली मसल विच रिट्रॅक्ट्स द mandible is the temporalis. Out of the four, you need, this is an MCQ question, that out of the four, masseteric, temporalis, lateral pterygoid and medial pterygoid. Lateral pterygoid and medial pterygoid. Temporalis is the only muscle which can retract the mandible. Okay, this is the MCQ question. So now we are going to discuss about the pterygoids. Okay, the pterygoid muscles. If you recall that when we were discussing about the venous drainage, we came across a word that is pterygoid plexus. And at that time I told you that this pterygoid plexus is around the lateral pterygoid muscle. Do you recall lateral pterygoid muscle? मैंने बोला था कि lateral pterygoid muscle के आजू बाजू में ये pterygoid plexus है. And at that time I had also told you that this is the key muscle. This is the key muscle of the region. And you very beautifully, you all had explained me that what is actually key muscle. And you had enumerated some other key muscles of the other regions like the popliteus muscle like the serratus anterior muscle, or not serratus anterior, I'm sorry, the one which divides the subclavian artery. What is it? Is it serratus anterior? What is the muscle? Can anyone tell me? It's not serratus anterior. Which anterior? It is having two brothers also, anterior, middle and posterior. Can anyone tell me what was the muscle? Do you recall? Yeah, bhul gaye. The one which divides the subclavian. Come on, who will tell me? Can anyone tell me? Are you able to recall? Okay, I'll tell you. It's the scalenus anterior. Okay. So the scalenus anterior and the pectoralis minor, all these are key muscles. Now here, pterygoid, see, we will discuss it in a separate discussion. The pterygoid muscles and relations of the structures around the pterygoid muscle, lateral pterygoid muscle. This is a important topic. So this, just you remember, lateral pterygoid is the key muscle. Now here it is having plexus. So वो अनोखा है. देखो इतने सारे मसल हैं. उनके आजू बाजू में plexus नहीं है, venous plexus of pterygoid. Why it is there around lateral pterygoid muscle, and why is it also called as the peripheral heart also next to soleus? So this you need to know. These are all viva questions. Now we will look at the origin insertion of these muscles. So if you see this, first we will see the lateral pterygoid. Okay, lateral pterygoid. उसके दो head होते हैं. I told you that day also. See, can you see these two heads, upper and lower heads of lateral pterygoid? Upper जो ऊपर वाला है, नीचे lower. So you already oriented with this diagram. See, this is the anterior, this is the posterior, this is the superior, and this is the inferior. We are looking on the left side of the person from the outside. So this becomes the lateral aspect of the face, left side, lateral aspect of the face of the person. Sorry. So upper and lower heads of the lateral pterygoid. और अब ये समझ गए कि ये जो ऊपर का है, this is the lateral pterygoid muscle. And the one, see, this is cut. Actually, this is the complete bone. और इधर आगे एक और rami आएगा. Rami नहीं, तुम्हारा coronoid process. ये पीछे वाला क्या है? Condylar process. और ये तुम्हारा पूरा masseter bone है, sorry, mandible bone है, correct? But ये mandible bone हमने इधर से cut कर दिया है. क्यों? क्योंकि ये जो medial pterygoid muscle है, it is deep to the mandible. So we have cut the bone from this region. Are you able to make it? I'll erase it. Now see it. Okay, it's cut, and you cannot see the condylar. You cannot see the coronoid process of the mandible. Now, see, this is if you see, where is the lateral pterygoid getting inserted? Lateral pterygoid का हमने origin देखा कि, see, I will tell you. See, as you know that this is the infratemporal fossa. ये देखो ये zygomatic arch भी उन्होंने cut कर दिया है. Can you see this? Wait, I will clear. See, can you see this cut part? Actually, it is this much only. Are you able to see this cut part? I erased it. Can you see this cut part? So zygomatic arch भी उन्होंने क्या कर दिया? कट कर दिया, क्योंकि zygomatic arch के थोड़ा सा अंदर बाजू में, तो उसके अंदर बाजू में कौन सा रीजन है? Just now we saw for the origin of temporalis, it is the infratemporal fossa. We saw ऊपर supratemporal fossa, नीचे infratemporal fossa. So in this, if you see, this is the infratemporal fossa. So the origin is coming from this infratemporal fossa. ये देखो ये zygomatic arch है, इसके नीचे इधर इसको जब हमने हटा दिया तो हमको इधर infratemporal fossa है. Okay, this part. So from there you are getting the origin of these lateral pterygoid muscle. So from infratemporal surface and crest of the greater wing of sphenoid bone. Just now we had seen a section. This is the infratemporal fossa, and here you had those two pointed structures, and here you have the temporal fascia. This was a coronal section. Do you recall when we were discussing about temporalis origin insertion? And then here you had the temporal fossa. Here you had the infratemporal fossa. I said you that these are not the 2 points. This complete is the fossa. So here infratemporal fossa. And there was a labeling below here. It was saying the greater wing of the sphenoid bone. If you recall, it was the temporal crest. If you recall, temporal crest, I said that everything is here named according to the bone. तो sphenoid bone का जो part, जो crest, जो temporal bone के side में, temporal region के उधर है, it is named as temporal crest of the greater wing of the sphenoid bone. I hope you are able to recall all this. So that infratemporal fossa and the sphenoid bone, the butterfly shaped bone, उसका greater जो wing है, उसका जो temporal crest है, इस side में जो crest है, that is giving rise to the upper head of the infratemporal fossa. That is giving rise to the upper head of the lateral pterygoid. I'm sorry, it is giving rise to the upper head of the lateral pterygoid. And so it's a short conical muscle. Can you see this is short and this is conical muscle, and it has having two heads. Upper head we already discussed. Now if you come to the lower head, okay, I will use the same yellow color. Okay, lower head, it is a bit larger. Upper head is smaller. Can you see this? See, this much is the lower head. See, this much is the lower head. थोड़ा ज़्यादा ही draw कर दिया. 1 second. This much is the lower head, but here this much big is the larger head as compared to the lower one. If you see this muscle, are you able to see it? It's below the masseter a bit on a deeper aspect. So deep head of the medial pterygoid, not medial, sorry. This is the medial pterygoid. इसके अंदर वाले बाजू में क्या है? Lateral pterygoid का deep head. Can you make it out? See, listen to me. I will clarify your concept. See, there are two heads of the lateral pterygoid. Okay, this and this. Are you able to make? And there are two heads of the medial pterygoid. This one and this one. Are you able to make out? ये medial pterygoid किधर गया? ये medial pterygoid का deep head उन्होंने इधर label किया है. This is the superficial head. ऊपर के साइड में, और उसके थोड़ा सा अंदर बाजू में इधर कौन है? Medial head और lower head of the lateral pterygoid, lower head of the lateral pterygoid. Okay, understood? Now, seeing to the lower head of the lateral pterygoid, we will come to that discussion. So, lateral surface of lateral pterygoid plate. Now, you need to understand that I was studying, all these parts: lateral pterygoid plate, medial pterygoid plate. So, these are all parts of this temporal bone. Okay, so and the skull, other skull bones. So, you need to go through them from the skull bone ka details, and then only you will understand, because I'll not be able to show it to you in the diagram. So it's the lateral surface of the lateral pterygoid plate. Only this much I can explain to you. Understood? Understood. Okay. And one more thing, the origin is medial to the insertion. Means what? There is one beautiful diagram in the atlas. I don't have it right now, but I recall that diagram when I was studying. See, origin is medial, means origin andar wale baju mein, or insertion bahar wale baju mein. Now where is the insertion? If you see, it runs, these fibers are running backwards like this and getting inserted laterally and converging at the insertion. Converging at the insertion. Where there is a pterygoid fovea on the mandible. If you see the condylar process on the inside of the mandible, this condylar process of the mandible, you have the pterygoid fovea. There is a depression. Fovea means depression. You have come across this word fovea when you study the eye, retina, fovea. That is a small depression. So when you see the mandible bone from inside, that is on the medial aspect, you will see a fovea, a small khadda in the condylar process. There this insertion happens. Okay. So we saw about the origin and insertion of this. Now, what is the nerve supply? Now, one branch from the anterior division of mandibular nerve, it supplies this lateral pterygoid. So one thing which you can easily remember, that masseter muscle, temporalis muscle and lateral pterygoid muscle, they are supplied by some of the other branch. There is some name or there may not be some name. So like masseteric nerve, we have the name, but it's a branch of anterior division of mandibular nerve. So all these three, till now we have discussed. And now I will tell you that this medial pterygoid, it is supplied by the main trunk. There is a branch from the main trunk of the mandibular nerve. Okay. Actually, if you see the course of mandibular nerve, I'm just telling you diagrammatically, this mandibular nerve, it has anterior division, posterior division. So this anterior, I will erase this. So this anterior division is giving rise to three branches, to your masseter, temporalis, lateral pterygoid. And from this main trunk, this is the main trunk. From this one branch is coming out for whom? Medial pterygoid. Medial pterygoid. Are you understanding this? No branch from posterior division. No branch from posterior division is supplying of the mandibular nerve, is supplying the muscles of mastication. So this can again be a MCQ. The anterior branch or anterior division of mandibular nerve supplies dash 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 muscles except, okay, this is muscles of mastication except, then they will name all the four, and you have to write medial pterygoid, because medial pterygoid is supplied by the main branch, the branch from the main trunk of the mandibular nerve. So now supply is clear about all the four muscles. I will clarify everything. Now coming back to the discussion, we saw the origin and insertion of the lateral pterygoid muscle. Now we will see about the medial pterygoid. If you see medial pterygoid, superficial head and the deep head, ये deep ये अंदर बाजू में जा रहा है, किसके नीचे? Lower head of the lateral pterygoid. Okay. और ये जो ऊपर है वो superficial head of the medial pterygoid. Now the superficial head, it comes as a small slip from the tuberosity of maxilla and the adjoining bone. So this is a maxilla bone, right? This is the maxilla bone. So maxilla bone के ऊपर जो tuberosity होता है यहाँ पे, as you can see, not very clearly, but you'll be able to see. See this, there's a tuberosity over here, sort of you can say elevation type, and from there this superficial head is arising, and the deep head comes from the medial surface of this lateral pterygoid plate. That lateral pterygoid plate, the lateral surface of which was giving origin to the lower head of the pterygoid, lateral pterygoid. Say baga, if this is, suppose, I'll just explain you. If this is the lateral pterygoid plate, or the maxilla bone. Now this is your homework. Okay, you need to go and see which bone is having which part. I mean, because you will be confused otherwise. I'll keep on explaining it to you, but you people will get absolutely confused because you don't know the parts of those bones. So I've already discussed with you. Okay, I have one diagram. Just give me one moment. So I was telling about the pterygoid plate. So see this. Now the pterygoid plates, they are neither from the temporal bone nor from the maxillary bone. The pterygoid plates are a part of sphenoid bone. So this is the posterior view of the coronal section as put up in this in the diagram they have already put up. Now how I will tell you. See, person is looking in front like this. तुमने जाके उसका coronal section ले लिया और तुम पीछे से देख रहे हो. Coronal section कहाँ पे लिया? तुमने nasal cavity के उस साइड से लिया. तो तुमको vomer bone दिख रहा है. This is the partial nasal septum. हाँ, और उसके बाद what do you see? What do you see? Come on, can anyone tell me? See, this is the horizontal plate of the palatine bone. And this is the sphenoid. So you are seeing it invertedly. Now, invertedly. Okay. Now, this is the posterior nasal aperture. You can understand. So, this is the medial pterygoid plate and this is the lateral pterygoid plate. I will put the lateral pterygoid. Now, our discussion is around the lateral pterygoid plate. Now, what was given in the textbook? If you see, that they said that the lateral, see, one muscle is getting origin from the lateral head, see, lateral surface of, now see, I will put it in words, okay, lateral pterygoid muscle, uska upper head and lower head. Upper head is having insertion from the infratemporal surface, either upper of that greater wing or the sphenoid bone, the crest, temporal crest, which is not shown in this diagram. The lower head, which is the larger head, it is having origin from lateral surface. See, this is lateral, this is medial. Okay. So from the lateral surface of the lateral pterygoid plate, who is giving origin? This is giving origin to large head of the lower head of the lateral pterygoid. And in case of medial pterygoid, the deep head, the superficial head, it is getting from the maxillary tuberosity. Superficial head is not a problem. Deep head is having some concept that it is getting origin. I will use blue color. This deep head is getting origin from the medial surface of the lateral pterygoid plate and the adjoining palatine bone. See, this is the palatine bone, horizontal plate of palatine bone. So, andar baju se. No one is getting origin from medial pterygoid plate. They are getting origin from lateral pterygoid plate. Lateral pterygoid plate. Hope you understand. These are parts of what? Sphenoid bone. Don't confuse. Okay, sphenoid bone. Neither of the temporal bone nor of the maxillary bone. They are part of the sphenoid bone. So hope you understand. Now we will come back to the original diagram that we were discussing. Okay, just one second. I'll get to you the diagram. Yeah. So if you see this diagram, this medial head, lateral head. So अंदर के बाजू में ऐसा lateral or medial. This is the medial pterygoid plate, lateral pterygoid plate. From lateral aspect, the lower head of the lateral pterygoid is getting origin, and from the medial aspect, this deep head of the medial pterygoid is getting origin. A lateral medial खूप गोल है, but if you imagine, you will understand. Okay. So if you see this, we have seen the origin. Now insertion, as you can see, it is going down the fibers of the medial pterygoid and backwards. So running downwards, backwards, and laterally. See this downwards, backwards, and laterally. If you see it in 3 dimensions, this is the direction of the fibers of the medial pterygoid. Okay, medial pterygoid. Now if you see the two head embrace part of the lower head of the lateral pterygoid. Yes, these two heads of they embrace the part of the lower head of the lateral pterygoid, as already seen. Embrace म्हणजे स्वागत करने actually, but they see it is in between. No, you already saw this. Yes or no? You already saw this. See this deep head behind, superficial head in front, and बीच में lower head of the lateral pterygoid. Okay. Now insertion. So they get inserted on the roughened area of the medial surface of the angle. म्हणजे बाहेर कोण इन्सर्शन करत आहे अँगलवर आणि रॅमसवर? इट इज द मॅसेटर मसल. आणि आतल्या बाजूला दॅट इज ऑन द मीडियल एस्पेक्ट ऑफ दिस मॅन्डिबल बोन हू इज गेटिंग इन्सर्टेड. देयर इज अ रफ surface, you can feel it on the medial surface of the angle of, see, this is the angle of the mandible. Yes, see, this is the angle and this is the rami. This is cut, rami is cut. So on inside of this, outside masseter is getting inserted, inside medial pterygoid, okay, adjoining part of the ramus and this medial surface of the angle, and below and behind the mandibular foramen and mylohyoid groove. So there is a groove actually here. Okay, there is a groove from this mylohyoid groove, which vessels move. This is an MCQ question. You need to find the answer. And below and behind this mandibular foramen, there is a mandibular foramen also. This is mental foramen. Okay, there is a mandibular foramen. Now, which move nerve and vessel do they pass from this mandibular? You need to mandibular foramen. You need to know. All these are MCQ questions. Everything cannot be spoon fed. So you saw the origin insertion of the lateral pterygoid and the medial pterygoid. We saw the nerve supply. That medial pterygoid, it gets a branch from the main trunk, and rest all the 3 nerves, masseter, temporalis, and lateral pterygoid, they get branch from the anterior division of the mandibular nerve. Now action. Okay, coming to the action, lateral pterygoid. If you recall, if you see this muscle, now this origin is medial. हे बाहेरच्या बाजूला lateral insertion आहे. आलं का लक्षात तुम्हाला? So if you see these muscles, these medial also, medial pterygoid also fibers are running laterally, means from medial to lateral. So both the muscles are coming from medial to lateral. So if you do this, that is if you contract them, so contraction will always happen at the site of the insertion. म्हणजे हे muscle असं ओढलं जाणार, म्हणजे कुठली action होणार आहे? What will happen? Lateral to medial. Can anyone tell me? So right, now this is on the left side. So if you pull it, it will take care of the grinding movement on the left side, on the right side. This is your left sided part, on the other side is the right. मग यांनी असं ओढलं म्हणजे it is going on that side, on the right side. So grinding of the right side is taken care of by whom? By the left pterygoids, left medial and lateral pterygoids. Are you understanding this? See, I will see, this is your face if you are looking like this. So medial to lateral is the direction of the fibers. If they contract, I am using red color. If they contract, what will happen? Grinding of this side will happen. Are you understanding? And vice versa. So this is one action. Right-sided medial pterygoid with right-sided lateral pterygoid, they will turn the chin to the left side. म्हणजे इकडचे कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट केले तर चीन काय होणार, त्या साईडला सरकणार. आलं का लक्षात तुम्हाला? सी दीज फायबर्स कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट, सो कॉन्ट्रॅक्शन ऍक्शन विल हॅपन इन दिस डायरेक्शन, that is ulta to the fiber direction, and so chin will move to this side and grinding will happen, and otherwise, just one second, and vice versa. Understood? I hope this concept is very clear. Okay, second thing is that this medial pterygoid, okay, first we will finish with the lateral pterygoid. Now I will erase everything. So if you see the lateral pterygoid, हे याचं ओरिजिन वरच्या दिशेला आहे आणि इन्सर्शन खालच्या बाजूला आहे. सो व्हॉट विल हॅपन? But this is in front anteriorly, this is posteriorly. So when this will contact, what will happen? This gets elevated and this gets depressed. Are you understanding? See, this is your mandible. Muscle is from anterior to posterior, this way. This is the direction of the muscle. Now I'm using yellow color. Now if this gets contracted, what will happen? This movement will happen on the upward direction. Mandible will get depressed. So lateral pterygoid is the only muscle out of the 4 muscles of mastication which causes depression of the mandible. Some time back we saw that temporalis is the only muscle which is causing retraction. Are you getting? Retraction of the mandible. And this is the lateral pterygoid is the only muscle which is going to cause depression. Are you understanding? This action happens this way. It will pull the upper half of the mandible, that is the 2 processes on the upward direction, which will depress the mandible. This is a very important concept to imagine. People usually don't understand. Please go through it carefully. And temporalis muscle, I already told you, but I'll erase all this. See, temporalis muscle is showing blue color. So here was the temporalis muscle, right, this way. Here it got insertion, where? On the coronoid process. So what happened when these posterior fibers, when they will pull it in this direction, what will happen? It will get retracted. हे असे आहेत ना, फायबरची डायरेक्शन अशी आहे आणि when this will get pulled, फायबरची डायरेक्शन अशी आहे, बरोबर. ओरिजिन वरती होते, इन्सर्शन खालती होते. when this will be pulled behind like this, what will happen? Retraction of the protruded mandible by the temporalis muscle. So temporalis is the only muscle which is causing retraction of the mandible, and lateral pterygoid is the only muscle which is causing depression. I have made you understand the mechanism of depression. Understood? Now, so what all actions lateral pterygoid is doing? Lateral pterygoid alone is doing depression of the mandible. Mandible ला खाली ओढते. Okay. आणि if you see, it is also protruding the mandible. Protruding means what? See, it is depressing and it is protruding. How protruding? Can you tell me? Now direction of fiber is this way. So when this will be contracted, what will happen? ह्याची movement अशी पण होणार. Are you understanding this? ह्याची movement अशी पण होणार आणि अशी पण होणार. I'll show in red. See, further movement and upward movement. Upward movement of this part will cause depression of the lower part of the mandible. Are you understanding? So that is called depression. And backward movement of the fibers, when contracted, they will get contracted in this direction. So they will cause protrusion of the mandible. Understood? And along with the help of the medial pterygoid, it will cause the grinding action on the opposite side. We have already discussed. So these are the 3 actions. Okay, this is the MCQ question. Which of the following muscles of mastication causes depression? Or all of the following muscles cause protrusion except? This can be the question. This can be the question. Important MCQ question. Coming to the actions of lateral pterygoid, medial pterygoid, sorry. So medial pterygoid, if you see that it will now fiber ची डायरेक्शन अशी, मग हे कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट झाल्यावर काय होणार? It will elevate the mandible. First action, it will elevate the mandible. Second, it helps protrusion of the mandible. Protrusion म्हणजे काय? पुढे गेले. आता फायबरची दिशा अशी आहे, मग हे कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट असे झाले. What happens? This protrusion will happen. Are you able to understand? Are you able to understand? So this protrusion will happen. And along with the lateral pterygoid, what action it will cause? It will cause the grinding action. जे लेफ्ट साइडचे कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट झाले तर राईट साइडला ग्राइंडिंग होणार, चिन त्या साइडला मूव्ह होणार. आय ऑलरेडी एक्सप्लेन यू. वन्स अगेन आय विल एक्सप्लेन यू बिकॉज इट्स अन इम्पॉर्टंट कॉन्सेप्ट. सी, दिस इज अ पर्सन लुकिंग लाइक दिस. नाउ दीज मसल्स कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट. इफ दीज मसल्स कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट, व्हाट विल हैपन? दिस साइड मूवमेंट विल हैपन. आर यू अंडरस्टँडिंग? सी, दिस इज कॉन्ट्रॅक्टिंग इन दिस डायरेक्शन. फायबरची डायरेक्शन या साइडला, कॉन्ट्रॅक्शन होणार या साइडला, याचा कॉन्ट्रॅक्शन होणार या साइडला. सो या साइडला कॉन्ट्रॅक्शन झाली तर अदर साइड ऑफ द चिन, म्हणजे ही चिन त्या साइडला मूव्ह होणार. आर यू अंडरस्टँडिंग? सो आपल्याला chin जर का राइट साइड ला, इफ यू हैव टू मूव, सपोज दिस पर्सन इज फेसिंग यू, सो योर लेफ्ट इज हिज राइट एंड हिज राइट इज योर राइट इज हिज लेफ्ट. So if you want to move your chin in this direction, action of these muscles of the left side pterygoid has to happen. So we discussed about this. So if there is paralysis of the pterygoid muscle, so grinding movement is lost, because grinding movement is done by masseter, I had told you, but it's a very fine action. Okay. The main grinding is done by the pterygoid group of muscle. Lateral pterygoid, why it is called as the key muscle? We will discuss it in detail in some other lecture, because all the relations of the muscle and all these nerves, arteries, and which all, it's an elaborative topic. So I hope you have understood the origin, insertion, and applied anatomy is muscles of mastication. If there is paralysis or paresis, then what will happen? mastication movement will be lost or it will be weakened. So I hope you understood the talk, you understood the discussion, and so just to summarize, I'll not write the origin insertion, masseter, temporalis, lateral pterygoid, medial pterygoid. These are all supplied by which nerve? I will write which nerve? Anterior division of mandibular nerve. Branch from the anterior division of mandibular nerve. Which mandibular nerve is branch of? Cranial nerve number 5. This is third branch. It is getting branch from the main trunk of mandibular nerve. Okay. Then we saw the actions. The temporalis. I will tell the exclusive actions. Temporalis can only retract the mandible. बाकी सगळेजण काय करू शकतात? Protrusion, protrusion, protrusion. And only lateral pterygoids can bring about depression of the mandible. Rest all will elevate, elevate, and elevate. Simple. Grinding action is done by the two pterygoids. I will use black color. Two pterygoids are causing which action? Grinding action. आलं लक्षात? Simple to remember. Very simple to remember. Okay, origin insertion is easy. You at least origin insertion तुम्हाला पूर्ण असं त्या lateral pterygoid plate च्या medially कुठला मसल आहे, ते कुठल्या मसलचा कुठला head आहे. Even if you don't recall all this in the Viva, at least you can utter those names. You can say, sir, it's medially, it's laterally, and yeah, absolutely, sir. Deep fibers of masseter, can they do retraction? Deep fibers of masseter. Just 1 minute. No, they'll not be able to do retraction. If it is given in the textbook, I'll have to search for it. But if you see the masseter muscle, even if the fibers are deep, they are on the lateral aspect only, and their direction is most important. Okay, the direction of the deep fibers is most important. Superficial fibers are causing protrusion. You asked me about retraction, right? Superficial fibers are causing protrusion because their angle is downwards and backwards 45 degree. If you recall, I will clear this. Wait. If you recall, if this is your mandible, okay, this is your mandible. So, and here you have the pterygoid, the zygomatic arch. Okay. So from here, if the masseter, these superficial muscles are like this from this anterior. So they are in the 45 degree angle. Actually, this is looking like 90, but it is 45. Actually, this is the direction. I said, all these fibers are intermixed. When you do the dissection, you are not able to separate them very finely. Okay. So 45 degree angle is there. So superficial fibers can do what? They can do protrusion. Rest main action of the mandible is, of the masseter muscle is, that is elevation. Understood? Elevation. As far as I can understand, the deep fibers probably may not do this retraction. Because, see, the fiber anyways, the direction is in downward direction. If the fiber ka direction is in downward direction, how can they retract it? If this direction of the fibers is far like this, अलग direction of fibers जर का अशी असेल deep, आणि मग त्यांची contraction जर का झालं अशा दिशेने, काय contraction या side ला होणार, म्हणजे fibers are getting origin. Just one second. See, I'll tell you what you want. See, if the direction of the fiber, origin is coming from here, insertion is happening here. So direction is like this. So if there is contraction this way, then you can have this protrusion. That is done by whom? Superficial fibers, because their direction is like this. Deep fibers है deep side मध्ये आहेत. ठीक है ना? You read the origin, you will understand. So that action cannot happen. See, one thing you just clarify, that elevation and depression is this procedure. So फायबरची ती दिशा आहे त्याच्या विरुद्ध दिशेला कॉन्ट्रॅक्शन होणार. बरोबर आहे. इकडे फायबरची दिशा अशी आहे. So contraction will happen on the upper side. So action will happen on the upper side. Okay. So this is the main action, and this is the concept of elevation and depression. Protrusion and your retraction is side. I mean this पुढे आणि मागे, anterior and posterior. Anteroposterior movement it is. So the axis is different only because they are having 45 degree. So this can happen. Okay. I hope I have clarified the doubt. So thank you. You can read it and you will understand it for sure. So we will finish up HNF within 5-6 more lectures. The main topics we need to discuss is the maxillary artery and the complete arterial system of the HNF. Then you have the mandibular nerve,